You and me and you, no matter how they roll the dice, we always knew. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Monday. Exciting, busy Monday. So where do I even begin? Okay, we are going to try like hell to make this a super productive week. It's getting ready to be the 1st of December. It's about to be Christmas. We're dealing with the holidays. We just had Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a good holiday. I want to do something good for the holidays, for, the festive nature of it, something positive. So I'm working on something. I don't want to put too much out there just yet because this is really in the developmental stages. So there's something positive that we're working on. And what else? Okay, so just got off the phone with Home Depot. We've got our appliance delivery. We missed our appliance delivery on Friday. Nobody called me. They're supposed to call you with a 4-hour window. Nobody did. No big deal. The appliances are coming on Wednesday for the flip house. Today, Tesla's at the car place trying to get the bumper repaired. We're trying to figure out some other things in relation to the houses, and electrical is another big thing that I'm trying to get figured out here. I got a chance to speak with the first electrician that I really wanted to go with, and I didn't end up going with him. I went with Richard's guy instead. No shot at Richard. It's just the easiest way to say who this guy is. What a POS that dude ended up being, but nonetheless. So I got a chance to speak with the guy just recently who I really wanted to go with, and he said that he could be available as, well, the earliest would be the middle of December. Spoiler alert, so many people getting ready to say, Joe, I told you so. Yeah, well, get him in right now. The house will not be done by the 15th of December. Hey, who could have guessed that? It would have been if we didn't run into this stupid electrical situation, but just my stupidity above all else. So we'll get it squared away, and sooner than later the house will be done. It'll be done in January. That sucks. 90 days. Well, it'll really be 120 days. All right, so there's that. Nothing else really going on with the house. Can't do anything until the electrical gets done. I need to go over there and check on the place. Haven't been there in a couple of days. We had a bad storm and want to just go make sure everything's good over there. So I'm probably getting ready to do that. I've got some new business models. What else? God, I feel like this is just a super busy week, and I don't want to bore you guys to death just talking about stuff, because I feel like I do that quite a bit. I do want to take a moment and talk about, real quick, the fence repair job that I just recently did where, oh God, I put this video up showcasing this work. I'm doing it by myself. I get the mowing vac, and, I respect you guys in the comment section who are offering, like, some insight and things like that, but don't be saying, like, I'm lazy, Joe don't be knowing how to do nothing. I never claimed to be no expert at this stuff, but I'm out there doing it. I'm trying to do it. So give me some credit for that at least. Also, I'm getting ready to put a new guy to work who's homeless and in a super screwed up situation, and I'm going to try to help this guy out, and probably not going to be putting that on video. So there's that. Now, mentioning that, let's go ahead with the holiday thing and try to do something positive as well. I want to do some really positive stuff. We'll see. All right, enough talking. Let's see where today or this week is gonna take us. All right, over here at the flip house, and I'm taking some notes right now for electrical. So this morning started off, me all over the place, trying to tell you guys a million things that are going on and things that we're hopeful of being able to do. And from there, I got a whole bunch of good news. So maybe this is gonna be good news, positive vibes, things like that. So here's the deal. We had a boatload of stuff to try to get done this week, trying to figure out electrical over here at the flip house and how that is holding us up in a major way. Well, one thing that I didn't get a chance to share with you guys this morning was I brought in a new electrical person last week before Thanksgiving, way early in the week, maybe even the weekend prior. I met with this guy. He came and he looked at things. He was going to get me a quote, and he was telling me, hey, look, I may even be able to start the weekend of Thanksgiving, or, the Friday after Thanksgiving, which was this past weekend. I was like, cool deal. He couldn't really give me a ballpark on what he thought the price was going to be. Well, I was hopeful though, because he was telling me maybe like, I don't know, maybe like $200 an hour or something like that. That would get him and a couple of guys, and they could get in here and knock this thing out in maybe like 2 days. So super hopeful with that information. Well, lo and behold, this guy would end up messaging me on Thanksgiving night and would tell me, hey, just tell me, hey, the price is going to be $4,500 and I'm not going to be able to start it for a couple of months. Man, my little Twitter fingers were going. dude, you just told me over the, anyways. I left it alone. I didn't respond to it. Needless to say, that ain't the route. That ain't the route that we're going. The price, that's one thing. But the fact that you can't start this thing for a couple of months, dude, you should have just not even came and looked at this. If you didn't want to do it, you should have just said so. I feel like you're kind of BSing right there, but maybe not. So anyways, we've got the same electrical company, which is a big company, that came and helped us out of the pickle that we were in with the first flip house where we didn't pull no permits. We've got them, and they're available to begin the work supposedly this week. So that's super good news. On the other hand, it's probably going to be crazy expensive. I can't even, crazy expensive, which is going to, jeopardize our budget. Not jeopardize it, but crush our budget. But we'll just have to wait and see. We're still going to make money off of this flip. And even if we go a little bit above the budget, it just lessens our profit margin. But the game plan is we have just got to start having a more well-oiled machine. This thing was going so fine until we ran into the electrical situation that we did. Now you may be wondering, Joe, what's going on with the other electrician that ran off with $3,000? Nothing. I tried to file a complaint with DPOR and I was able to do that. I haven't heard from this guy, and I'm just wanting to sue this dude. Trying to hit him on small claims court. That's potentially what I'm gonna do. I haven't had a chance to do it just yet though. But that's where I'm at, that's where I'm feeling with that situation. F that dude. Bad business. So the good news is we've got an electrical company that could potentially begin over here this week. I'm over here getting notes for them in terms of what needs to be done. And then when I think about what has been done, what really has been done over here besides a whole bunch of dicking around. In other news, my wife went to the car dealership or the car repair place to find out how much this bumper was going to cost to get fixed on the Tesla, $1,300. So thinking that this was going to be thousands of dollars, thank God that it's not. Bumper's getting fixed. That's good news. Got some other things getting squared away as well. So cool deal. Let me continue to get these notes together for this electrical, and hopefully this week we'll get back on track. All right, good deal. So we are back up at the storage facility and show you what we got going on up here today. We're gonna be working on, already are working on this mowing vac, trying to get this thing hooked up. I read a lot of awesome comments, a lot of insightful stuff and opinions on what people thought that I should be doing in an effort to hook the mowing vac up to the zero turn in terms of the hose shortage situation that we're dealing with right here. So as you can tell, I've already cut this in half because it wouldn't reach. I know some people said that if I hooked it up, it looked like it would reach. It wouldn't reach. So I've put that over the discard chute right there, and I've cut this piece, and you can see that I've cut so that it'll fit on there good. I'm gonna duct tape that all up there, and then we're gonna have a gap. Let me see what we got. So we hook up our chute extender some kind of a way like that, and here's where we're at. So that just shows you the gap that we had. Now, I've got 4-inch tube, and I know everybody said that that's going to be not the solution at all, but that's the only solution that I've got right now, just to bridge that little foot gap. So, will it work? Only time will tell. It's definitely not a solve-all and not a permanent solution, but if it helps me get through my first leaf cleanup, which is probably going to be tomorrow or the very next day, it was worth it until I can get the piece that I need. Again, I'm not exactly sure that this is the way that this is supposed to go right here. I've tried to lift up, the chute and put that up to it, and it's just not a very good fit. Let me look at that again because it looks like it would work. All right, so with that out of the way, I mean, it damn near looks like it'll work, right? It's hard to do all this and film. I mean, it looks like it's enough. It's got to be enough. It's just getting caught up right there. So I'll take, I don't know how I'm going to get that out of the way. Maybe I can take that off and look at that. So I'm going to get me a piece of 4-inch tubing and try to bridge that little gap right there. It's definitely going to be a clogging situation right there. We're just going to have to be easy with whatever we're going over and sucking up for the time being until we can get us some of this 6-inch like we got right here. When you don't got what you need, you work with what you got. It's a prison thing. You learn it in prison. It's a Macgyver survival mechanism. And again, you learn it in prison. Okay, so here's where we are, and here's why I'm sharing that with you guys. I know you think I'm a dummy, and maybe I am sometimes. Maybe I am sometimes, but damn it, I think I'm on to something right now. So, of course, my 4-inch tubing that needed to connect to the 6-inch didn't work. So work with what you got and make what you got work. So let me show you what I got going on right here. So boom, I ran into these HVAC zip ties. These are for HVAC ductwork. And boom, I put one right there. Now I know that looks not the greatest, but it's on there. That sucker's secure. She ain't going nowhere. And I'm also still gonna duct tape that all up. So here's my little piece of 4-inch tubing, which, you know, it just didn't work. You know, I tried to make it work, and it was just going to be a lot of duct tape. It might work. It might do it. I mean, it's not the worst idea that I've had, right? I know it's a major difference in, you know, the diameter, the radius, whatever the word is. You know, the duct tape, the leaves are going to get stuck to the duct tape. There's going to be holes that get into that, and then the suction is going to be compromised, whatever. It just didn't work. But work with what you got and make what you got work. So hear me out. Here's my idea. Y'all ready for this? What if we take this? Oh yeah, and by the way, I got to show you how I cut this too. I don't even have anything to be able to cut with over here. Like, all of my tools are just all over the place. 2 different garages, a storage unit, no flex. I just got the house. I got stuff everywhere. So miraculously, I ran into this knife, which didn't do anything trying to cut through this piping. I found this pair of pruning shears, which actually works perfectly. These are brand new, so they're super sharp. That worked really well. And then to cut this, y'all, I used the grinder, where I don't have enough extension cord, but thank God the cord to this is long enough. So the grinder worked perfectly. So again, work with what you got. What if I take this, and not just this, but I take 2 pieces of this, and I combine the 2 pieces to add to the diameter of this pipe? What if I just cut right down there, 1 cut on both pipes, and then we put half of it on like that, and half of it on the other side? That might actually work really well. So that's what we're getting ready to try. And then we just duct tape and zip tie the whole damn thing up. So let's see if this idea has any legs to it. All right, well, I ain't as smart as I thought that I was. Or at least my idea didn't work out as good as I thought that it was gonna work out. So here's what I got. I tried to cut it and make it work, and took out half of the pipe, and it just ain't working. It just ain't gonna do the trick. So that just don't work. I ain't got a lot of time to continue to mess with this. I'm gonna try one final thing. I've got this long tube that went to this piece of equipment, this blower slash vacuum blower, or looked like a weed eater. It wasn't very good at all. I bought this when we first started doing the landscape work, but I'm wondering if I can get like half of this right there some kind of a way, and then the other half in there. Yeah, about the way my day's gone so far. All right, let's try this new microphone out. I've got this Rode VidMic Pro on this camera. I know that there's some adjusting that I probably should do to this to make this thing work a lot better. But these are just the regular settings on this microphone, so hopefully it's sounding good. It should be sounding way better than the other microphone, considering this thing was $200 more than the other microphone, or $150 more than the other microphone, so we'll see. Anyway, what we got going on today, it's Tuesday, and it's cold. It's December the 1st as I begin this. The weather's finally starting to get frightful. Oh, the weather outside is cold. It's bright and early, I guess. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I got to get ready to head to a pretty far away Lowe's. I'm going to be heading over to this Lowe's because they're the only place that has this 6-inch corrugated solid pipe. And they've got a 100-foot roll of this. It's $155. This is not what I wanted to have to do. I spent $700 on the mowing vac. Now I got to spend an extra $155 on this corrugated tubing. Shit, I'm damn near at the price of a brand new one of these, but it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it now. I got the damn thing. I got to make sure the damn thing works, and I got to make sure I make my money back off of this thing. Ain't no need to cry over spilt milk. So after doing a whole bunch of finagling with some 4-inch tubing and trying to make that work and realizing that that didn't work, it's time to just go get what we need to get, and that's the 6-inch tubing. Now, I can actually order the real deal tubing that goes for these type of machines. And the crazy thing about that is I'll have to wait a couple of days to get that, and it's about the same price as this 100-foot section of 6-inch corrugated pipe. So I might as well just get this. I'm also potentially going to be putting a new guy to work today, trying to work with this new guy. Will not be putting this guy on camera. And I've got another new guy that I might get the opportunity to try to put to work as well. But I'm not sure if I'm going to get a chance to meet with that other person today. What is going on is the fact that we've got the landscape job to potentially do today. Might as well go get that thing knocked out. We had some bad storms yesterday. The wind was pretty crazy, probably 40, 50 mile an hour wind gust out there. So I know that we're gonna have some tree debris out there, and we're gonna go clean up this property, get a chance to put a new guy to work, see how he works out, and also get a chance to see how this mowing vac works out. I'm excited to put this piece of equipment to work. But enough talk. It's first thing in the morning on Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a great one, whatever day it is that you're seeing this, and let's go to work and try to make it a good day. Burr. Hopefully that don't go flying out of the back of the truck. All right. Well, just spent some money I didn't want to have to spend, but hopefully it'll be worth it. I really looked in there to try to find anything that would be better than having to buy that entire 100-foot section of corrugated solid pipe for $155. Total spent $188, and also got clear trash bags for the yard. So good deal. If nothing else, hopefully we got the mowing vac ready to rock and roll, and hopefully we don't lose this pipe. I got that strapped down, and oh yeah, like I said, I was trying to find anything lesser than that 100-foot section, and there was nothing. So regardless, mowing vac should be good to go. We're gonna head over to the storage facility right now, get that sucker put together, and today we're gonna get a chance to see how she works. All right, not gonna lie, been out here for probably a good hour, maybe hour and a half, getting my ass kicked. Damn, I'm getting my ass kicked. All right, so here's what I've been working on. I guess. So, a couple of zip ties. Zip tie now. You're probably wondering to yourself, Joe, why didn't you just use this 6-inch pipe all the way to this connection right here? And I tried to do that, but trying to bend that pipe just wasn't really working out, and I wanted to have enough slack in this pipe so that when I turn, it's not putting too much tension on the pipe or whatever. Anyways, long story short, I had to go back to this pipe. Thank God I didn't throw this away. This is like rubber, bends really easy. So that was the best that I could do. I know that this connection right here is definitely, like, look at how I got that. I got it bungeed on here. I'm not too confident that this thing is actually going to work worth much at all. Not the way that I got it set up. Now, the only way that I can get that onto the actual deck and get that out of the way is I either got to make some cuts. Well, I got to make some cuts because it's just not going to fit very well. Oh, and also, I wonder how this microphone sounds with me talking to the back of it. Again, this is that new microphone, so if it sounds crazy, that's why. I'm gonna try to stop talking to the back of the microphone now, just because I'm not sure how that's gonna sound. So anyways, contingency plan for this not working at all is that probably 10 or 15 feet of pipe that I cut right there. So basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna use this if this doesn't work, and I don't got a lot of confidence that this is gonna work at all. So what I'll do is I'll take that off real quick, bang, slide that sucker on there, and then we'll use it as a hand tool and just a big old vacuum to get the leaves. Not gonna be as quick as we wanted it to be, but eventually we'll have this fixed up the way that it needs to be. I don't know. So that's about what I've got going on out here, and I'm not impressed with what I've gotten done. All right, so here's the deal. I was thinking about going and trying to tackle the landscape job today. Today's the 1st of December. It definitely could use it. I'm gonna hold off and do it tomorrow. We got probably 20-mile-an-hour winds right now. And again, we had that big storm yesterday. I really need to just go check and see if there's any kind of down limbs, but I'm not gonna have the time to do that. I'm getting ready to go try to meet with a new guy. I don't even know if that's a guarantee or not just yet. I'm gonna go try to meet with this new guy and see if there's a potential that I can put this guy to work. Hopefully I can. I think I mentioned there's 2 people that I've got the opportunity to try to put to work. And again, even going to meet either or both of these guys, I'm very hesitant. I'm just not putting anybody in video. So got the opportunity to put some guys to work. Hopefully that's about to happen. Hopefully I'm getting ready to go meet with one of these guys. And hopefully, a lot of hopefullys here, one or both of these guys will be helpful when it comes to the landscape work. We're gonna try out this new handheld Joby-like thing. Hope this thing works. It's a little different than what I'm used to using. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday morning. Really busy day today. And a lot that I want to share with you guys. The first thing that I want to tell you guys is my truck sounds really bad. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but neither here nor there. Hopefully she just keeps on kicking. Getting ready to go meet with a new guy. I got a chance to meet with this guy yesterday, and I'm gonna get the opportunity to put this guy to work today. Ironically, somebody else hit me up about some work that I haven't seen in a while, but I don't have enough work to put everybody to work. And this guy's situation is a lot worse than the other person's situation. This guy's homeless, and yeah, he's just not in a good place at all. Doesn't do drugs, doesn't appear to do drugs. Very clean-cut looking guy. Said that he's had a problem with drugs in the past. Why is he homeless? He tells me he's homeless because he lost his job. He couldn't pay his rent. He was renting a room and ended up getting kicked out. So he's been staying in an abandoned place. He's been staying in this abandoned place. It's cold outside. He says the water runs in there, but there's no electric, no heat, and it's freezing this morning. So I know that that's got to be just a really terrible situation. He's also got a moped that doesn't work. It's broke down. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm getting ready to go pick this guy up, load his moped up in the back of the truck. We're going to take the moped to my good guy, Butch, who works on these mopeds. Try to get this thing running for him. That way he's got transportation. And also today we're doing the landscape cleanup job. So I'll be able to give him some work. I'm going to pay him 20 bucks an hour. Try to give him 100 bucks for the day and try to help this guy. That's what I want to do. I want to try to help this guy. He's one of 2 new people that I'm potentially going to get the opportunity to begin working. Now, I want to clarify something real quick. I don't have a ton of work, okay? It's been known that I just don't got work every single day. With that, what I do want to be able to do is give a guy an opportunity to work with me, see how he works, and if he works well, try to help him get other work. I don't know if I mentioned it in video or on a Facebook post, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned it on a Facebook post. You know, every day I'm out here going to Lowe's and passing all of these trucks with these different trades and just these different companies, and one thing that I see that all of these vehicles have in common is pretty much every single one of them on the back of it has a now hiring, we're hiring, looking for good workers signs on the back of these vehicles. So there's plenty of jobs out there. If this guy that I'm getting ready to go meet with, who we're not going to put in video, is worth his weight, I definitely want to help this guy get a better job and give him some side work with me whenever he gets the opportunity to do so, or whenever he has time to be able to do that, if he wants to be able to do that. What I want to be able to do is work with more people and really help work with more people, really help more people that I'm working with, I guess is the better way to say that. One other thing that I want to mention real quick, you know, I went and met with this guy and screened him for the very first time yesterday, and it was sad that I had to tell this dude, like, one of the first things I had to tell him is, look, man, I don't trust a soul. I'm not gonna have you in no videos, and you know, you gotta just prove yourself. You gotta prove yourself to me, and that's the most important thing. Maybe in the future I will have this guy in videos, but starting out, not gonna happen. So there's that. Are we gonna not let me in? How about this? How about I'm just gonna get in? You don't like that? This lane ends, you know this lane ends. Don't be greedy about it. All right, there's so much more that I want to share with you guys. I gotta focus on the road, so we will continue this in just a little bit. Yo, why are you trying to get up on my ass like that? Maybe you see that I'm filming and don't think that I'm really paying attention. So, just picked up my new guy who we're not gonna put on camera. That'll make this just that much more mysterious. And we've got his moped in the back of the truck right now. We're gonna be taking that to the shop and trying to get that fixed. So, bing, got the moped right here. She's strapped in, ready to go. Let's get this thing over to our mechanic guy, Butch, our good friend Butch, and see if we can get this thing operational for this guy. That way he's got reliable transportation. There's a lot more that I want to share with you guys, and trust me, today is going to be a really interesting day. Let's go take care of what we got to take care of, and we'll continue this in just a little bit. All right, so just dropped off the moped up with Butch, and he's going to take a look at that thing and get that thing rocking and rolling and working for our new guy. Just also left from the flip house and got the appliances dropped off, and we had a 4-hour window on the appliance drop off, and thank God they came within the first hour and a half, 2 hours. So not bad there. Also a very special shout out to Tyler, who dropped off the appliances, who rocks with After Prison Show, so that was really cool. And now we'll wait to find out what the status and the prognosis of the moped is, but more importantly, we've got yard work that needs to get done. We got to go handle the landscaping job, get our new guy an opportunity to see what he's working with. And I still got a lot of stuff that I want to share with you guys, but that's gonna have to wait. Let's go load up the trailer, load up the lawn equipment, see if we can get all the lawn equipment on the trailer, and then go see how this mowing vac works, or if it works at all. I'm hoping that it does. All right, we finally have made it up to the storage facility, and it's probably after 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm hopeful that this leaf cleanup gig is only gonna take us 4 hours at max. But what I really want to show you guys is the way that the trailer's loaded up. Sanford & Sons eat your heart out. So bing, zero turn smashed all the way up against the back of the trailer. And there is the leaf vac. Not a lot of room for error right there. We got her strapped in pretty tight right across the bottom there. So she ain't gonna flip. That's for damn sure. She's just looking kind of wild. All right. Well, I'm super excited about this. Let's go ahead and put this leaf vac to work and see how she does. Who thinks that this is going to work at all? I sure hope it does. Oh my God, it's cold, it's almost dark outside, and it ain't never a good sign when you're getting done with the landscaping job and it's almost dark outside. Hey, Yardsmith, how'd you do out there? Well, if the fact that it's almost dark outside has anything to do with it, this thing, oh boy, I wish I could tell you guys that this thing really did it for us. Now, while it was working, it was doing great, but then it broke down. And what's crazy is when I bought this overpriced used lawn mowing vac from this woman, she told me that she had just had the thing maintenanced. I don't think that you did now. I don't think that you did. Old Joe, the small engine repair guy, was sitting here trying to fix this. I fixed it. So first thing that happened was, the connection came off of the mower, but we were still able to use this thing as just the vacuum. So that was working really good. Then the second thing that happened was I was trying to start it because it kept cutting off, and then this thing broke. So I put this back on there. There's my knot right there. See, got the knot. I put this back on there and it was working. Then it ran out of gas, and then we filled it up with gas, and then it just started sounding really bad, and it it broke down. It wouldn't start no more. So, needless to say, the woman lied to me about having that thing maintenance. Whatever. Okay, so in other news, new guy did really good out there today. He worked really hard. I got to kick it with him, and I like this guy a lot. New guy off camera, can you just say that today was okay?
Today was a good day.
Shout out to the new guy. He worked out really well. He busted his ass. Bagged up a bunch of leaves. That was the contingency plan when everything went to shit. Took his moped to the shop because the guy's got to have transportation. Our good friend Butch is getting his moped squared away, new belt, new clutch, tune-up, a bunch of stuff. So transportation should be good for this dude, and that will be tomorrow. So I'll be getting up with him tomorrow. We got to go pick up a bunch of bags. I said all day filming this that I really wanted to talk to you guys. There was so much stuff that I wanted to share with you. Well, obviously by the fact that it's dark outside and we've been working on that landscape job all day, we did get it done. It took us 5 hours today, but we were bagging up leaves at the same time. What I really wanted to share with you guys is it's 5 o'clock as I get done with this, and today is the day that another diss video about me gets dropped by a guy that I just don't really like this guy. By the time you guys are seeing this video, there's a good chance that you may have already seen that video. There's a good chance that you might not even be seeing this video because you saw that video. What's crazy is knowing that these things are happening, that these things are coming. And the reason I know is because I get told, hey, Joe, hey, look, oh God, it's over, Joe. They got you. They got you. I share that with you, that little snippet, because obviously I need to respond. I'm going to respond. I said when I addressed the Jaron situation, I was going to go on a week-long tangent of drama. I don't really want to do that, but I'm gonna address this situation because it has to get addressed. You're not just gonna throw around wild accusations about me and don't expect me to respond. What happened to such and such? I'm actually pretty good at making those type of videos. I'm tired, I can't breathe, I snorted an 8 ball of dirt out there raking up leaves, and people are adamant, I mean adamant, to see me fail. My yard vac didn't work for shit, spent $700 on that, $155 on tube, should have bought a brand new one. But getting back to what I was saying, you know, it's crazy. All I'm trying to do is just do me and help some folks along the way, and it's just crazy how much hate comes along with this shit. But don't you fret now. You know Joe's gonna respond. And when I do, hopefully, it's gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna wrap this up for now. Shout out to you. I hope you enjoyed this video. And trust me, the next video you can see is gonna be old Joe responding. Have a great one. I'll look forward to talking with you guys again tomorrow. Okay. So far, so good. Cool. Looks like this guy's got transportation now. That's a major good thing. All right, I'm convinced. Shout out to Butch. Thank you, Butch, for helping us get this guy some transportation, or some reliable transportation. How's she run? Hell yeah.